Stefan's day out in the country turns out to be less peaceful than expected. Quest of Eagles you can see today at 4:45.
How can a paperclip lift 5,000 times its own weight?
A little paperclip, 5,000 times its own weight?
Yes.
This'll be worth seeing.
Do you think it could lift a magnet that size?
I'm
it's about
absolutely
10 pounds.
convinced it couldn't lift a magnet that size, because you had problems.
Look what happens. See?
Yes?
I think I'll probably need a few more.
How many more?
Well, how about a whole box full?
A whole box full? I thought it was a paperclip.
I'm going to make a bridge between the two poles.
I thought it was a paperclip.
Be quiet.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to lift this magnet.
You still can't do it, even with that one. You can't. It's a very heavy magnet, you know.
Ta-da!
Ta-da-da-da! Brilliant. Well done.
Do you want to have a go?
Slight distortion of facts, but a good howl nonetheless.
Have a go.
Well, if you can do it, I...
Idiot.
What about it? Can I ask you something? What are you wearing on the programme this week? Good howl, though.
How can I make this ring jump and obey me without touching it myself? Well, being a Howl very special magic ring, I can do it quite easily. I put him on his special little lift-off stand like that, and I sit back, and you see no hands, nothing like that. I say, when I say jump, jump, jump! Get it back. Isn't that good? You see, it's very obedient. Not only that, he'll do it slowly. This needs a lot of, concentration, like Fred says, but without his concentration, I think I can do it. Up you come. Come on, up, 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 a little bit higher. Stop. Now you can go back.
It's give you a tremendous feeling of power.
It does. That's why I do it all the time. Yes, that's right. Well, what's happening here is simply this. This is an aluminium ring, and this is an electromagnet. Now, when I pass a current, which I was doing, by the way, by a foot switch. I wasn't using my hands, you see, but I've got a switch down there on my foot. And what happens is that when the current goes through this coil, there is another current induced in this ring made of aluminium, and that makes another a magnetic field, and the two magnetic fields repel each other. It's just like any magnet. Here's two little magnets here, and if I put them so that they repel each other, you see that one in front gets pushed away. See? Off you go. And that's what we were doing, but using an electromagnet to do it. But you can have great fun doing that with an ordinary permanent magnet. Could we borrow that thing?
Yes.
You've got all those...
The big magnet.
Take clips off it, have you?
Yeah.
Put this one here. Now, this, I presume, was probably obtained from a government surplus store or something like that. Every time there's a war, you know, when it's finished, you get hundreds of very useful things you can buy. Now, if you put a piece of ordinary baking foil through there and connect it by wires just to an ordinary little battery, nothing very high powered, this is just 9 volts. Now, if I put a current through that, I'm not inducing a current anywhere, but if I put a current through that, I'm making that into a magnet. And that will be repelled by this and should shoot up into the air. Wait a minute. Ah, we've got it the wrong way around, so it's being attracted. Switch the terminals, and off it goes. Would you mind going off properly? It wasn't going off very well enough, was it? But you can see the general idea. I touched that there, and off it goes. Yes. You can make sort of toys like this. All you need is to go and get a few magnets. You can do it with smaller magnets, haven't got to be that big. And, yeah, you can make little models, you know, anything. Little doll,
You
do
don't
the
have
splits.
quite the same power over tin foil as you do over magnets, do you?
No, not quite. That's how you can make toys with magnets.
How can you catch a thief that you can't see? This is a wonderful howl, based, in fact, on police techniques that can be used for a whole variety of howls. Now, just supposing, for example, that you have a burglar round to your house, and he gets away. Now, he's got across...